I have weird messages on my computer. You are guys and welcome to The Lust Out of Time. Who put these messages in here or these images? Let's find out. Her head is spinning. Alcohol? Maybe something else. No, it's something else. When she gets up, she can see that it's nighttime. Her mind is foggy. For some reason, it feels familiar. In her head, a kind of dizziness makes it difficult for her to think. It reminds her of that time they went on a cruise. What day is it today? Where is her husband? With unsteady steps and still feeling dizzy, she heads to the kitchen, where she spends the rest of her day cooking. When she turns on the light, she sees a handwritten note on the refrigerator. It's her husband's handwriting. I'll miss you this month, honey, I love you. Did he leave for an entire month? She has no idea what it means. She knows her husband usually goes on business trips a couple of times a year. He works for an insurance company and is in charge of everything related to maritime transport. Sometimes he has to go to Europe for signings and things like that, but she can't remember anything about the recent trip. Come to think of it, she can't remember anything recently. Do we have amnesia? Or dementia? A mark on the calendar gives her the clue she needed. Today is marked with the word trip. When she turns to the next month, she sees another day marked with a heart that says together again. So he left on a business trip for an entire month? She adores her husband, the best man a woman could find. Kind, talented, handsome, their son looks a lot like him. We have a son? The house is empty, so he must already be at college on the other side of the country. So I'm a single mom at home, alone. Am I playing FNAF again? Once in her office, she notices some things she doesn't remember. She could swear she doesn't have floppy disks of that color. That's a normal color for a floppy disk, no? The computer is on. She doesn't remember the camera either. Maybe they belong to her husband, Frederick? At least we know her husband's name. There's something written on the floppy disks. She decides to check one, the one labeled O0. The computer is connected to central control because of her job, as a librarian in the linguistics section of the Miskatonic. Like all such connections, you must confirm your details. User Grace40. Password the random number given by the government. 2071237K. The computer connects without any problems. Now she just has to check what's inside the floppy disk. This is very interesting. It's like a murder mysteries kind of game with other things you could do probably. What are we doing in here? There's 4 files. How much data can fit in these floppy disks? Oh, is there a photo of me? Why is there a photo of me on this floppy disk? She doesn't remember anything about the photos, but it's clear her. Who took those photos? Was it her husband? Who else, right? Why are they stored on a floppy disk? She tries to remember, but nothing comes to mind. Her memories of it all simply gone. The last thing she remembers is the Miskatonic librarian's dinner. Was I drunk during that dinner? Remembering the date her husband left on his trip, she can calculate that it was 1 month ago. So he's supposed to come back now. How is that possible? It must be a mistake. No matter how hard she tries, she can't remember anything from that point on. However, her memories prior to that date seem intact. Her head hurts when she thinks about it. She decides to keep looking. Maybe she can find an explanation. It's definitely her. That looks like her bedroom, but who took the photos? She doesn't even remember owning that underwear. What does she remember? That she has a husband only? What's the max capacity of a floppy disk? 64 megabytes? That's me again. She has trouble recognizing herself in such a position. Could it be Frederick's doing? Was this for him? Maybe it's my husband, right? Maybe we took these photos while we were drunk or something. And now there's a video. A corrupt file. Grace watches as the decryption program starts on its own. Oh, we can see it. Key decrypt. The program starts automatically when it finds a corrupted file, although it allows her to leave the file cleanup for later. The tool consists of manually removing corrupted bits. It is specially designed to remove traces of arcane computing. This is actually a very cool program. The visual environment is perfect for users with little knowledge in ordinary machines like Grace's. Grace needs to search for the corrupted bits in an arcane way and click on them before time runs out. She hasn't had to use the tool in a long time. Without further ado, she sets out to try. I'm gonna play now? I'm gonna play what? Corrupted files found, starting manual system, emotional synchronization. Let's continue, yes. Now we just click on the beats, is that it? Which ones do I click on? Oh, we have a bunch of time. Am I gonna lose? Okay, we did it. File not restored. What happened? Do we have to do it again? So we can't decrypt that. But we have access to the computer. Oh, and what's this? A strange text appears on the screen. Communication established. Audible communication established. Chemical flooding of target. Chemical levels correct. Chemical control test. Control orientation established. Follow-up communication 55337849. What does that mean? I can't leave this yet. I have to find out where all this came from. I don't understand how this works. I'm so confused. Did I do it? Finally, Jesus. Okay, file with swords. All I have to do is click on the corrupted bits and not outside of the corrupted bits. God, oh, what is this video? Who is this guy? My husband? I hope this is my husband. Who filmed this? In the video, she looks clumsy, as if trying to understand what she has to do. She has a husband, she knows how to do this, right? Did this happen like yesterday or something? Because the taste is still in my mouth. Huh. Mysteries. Is that Foxy? Can I go on the phone? Oh wait, but I have nothing to call in here. The camera maybe. The camera that was used for the files, right? Grace can't see any point in using that now. Maybe let's go to Tarakabune version 0.6, whatever this is. Is this a browser? Is this Internet Explorer? Is this my job? This is not my job. Is it supposed to be Pirate Bay or something? Oh, the phone number. Let's call that 553378449. Moshi. Hello? Hello? Who am I speaking to? My name is Grace. Oh, Grace, wow. I wasn't expecting your call. The other day was fantastic. I didn't expect any of that to happen. Yes, well, that's what I wanted to talk about, if possible. Sure, go ahead. You see, it's just that I have a husband. I don't remember anything that happened. What? Are you kidding? No, it's just that I just found some photos on my computer. On the floppy disk, you mean? Yes, the photos. You asked me to take them yourself. It was spectacular. Yes, they're very good photos. Grace doesn't know why she says that. I think so too. Well, the thing is, I don't even remember your name. Well, I didn't really expect that either. Especially considering we're neighbors. My name is Gordon McFarlane. I live a couple of houses down. Grace now realizes who she's talking to. Gordon is one of her neighbors, in the residential neighborhood where she lives on the outskirts of New Arkham. Arkham Asylum? A tall, thin man married with a daughter. He always greets her kindly and must be a few years older than her. Gordon McFarlane? That's why I'm surprised you don't remember anything. We saw each other more times after the photos. But how? Grace, do you really not remember anything? We saw each other more times after the photos. God, I don't remember anything. I don't know what's wrong with me. Go to the doctor. Or could I have forgotten something like that? Listen, Grace, I don't know if you're pulling any leg or if you just regret what happened. I can't understand that after all. You're kind of, big symbol in the neighborhood, I told you. She doesn't remember any of that. Grace, a big symbol? She's certainly not bad looking, especially considering her age and the fact that she's had a child. But a big symbol? Do men in the neighborhood look at her with desire? That revelation makes her heart beat faster. She notices how thinking about it makes her body feel a little hot. Just turn the AC on, buddy, or open a window. I would never have imagined it. Grace, are you still there? Yes, Gordon, sorry. God, even on the phone you have a captivating voice. Gordon? I'm so sorry about all this. Somehow it must be a misunderstanding. I don't think it was, Grace. Okay, Grace, let's do this. You know I'm married. We both are. How about we just leave it as a fond memory? But there's photos of it in the video. I don't want Frederick, Gordon, I don't remember anything. Great, so pretend nothing happened. Don't worry, it's okay. Just delete the photos, you have my word as a father that I'll never say anything. But those encounters will always remain in my memory, I hope. If I don't get brain cancer or, Alzheimer's. I hope that's not weird for you. This is very weird, Gordon. I don't know what's happening to me. We don't talk much. I know you're a good man and I appreciate your understanding, but I'm a little scared. Maybe she got drunk and she doesn't remember what she did that day? Those days? It's normal to be scared if it's true that you lost your memory, but don't be scared because of me, Grace. I just hope you remember what happened soon. Gordon, can I ask you a question? Sure. How many times? 5 times, wow. I see, and do you remember when? It all started about a month ago, when the kids left for college and your husband went on that business trip. In the same day? Grace, I just said hello as usual. That may be true. Grace remembers how Gordon used to be the typical friendly neighbor, like Spider-Man. She remembers seeing him walking the family dog. She even gave the animal treats from time to time. They had never talked much and she didn't know much about his life. Unlike other people, Grace had no particular interest in knowing about other people's private lives. You looked spectacular that day. You can see the photos. You were stunning. You asked me to come in to help you with some photographs. I didn't expect such an outcome. Is the camera cursed? Because she said she didn't remember the camera as well. As soon as you started seducing me in a somewhat crude way, at first I thought you were playing a bad joke on me. But when you turned around and showed me yourself, there was no turning back. That's my limit. Grace doesn't remember anything. Her head hurts when she tries to remember. As if the simple act of trying caused her pain. I'm so sorry, Gordon. I still don't remember. Grace, if you want us to forget about it, you don't have to pretend to have amnesia. It's fine with me. No, I really don't remember anything, Gordon. Alright, Grace, let's drop the subject then and pretend nothing happened. After all, I have as much to lose as you do. A marriage. And, our sons and daughters. It's not like I don't love my family, you understand, right? Is that true? Does a man who ends up in another woman's arms in such a crude way love his family? Can you separate your private life from your family life? Grace doesn't have time to think too much. She just seizes the moment. Of course you don't care about your family if you shit on your husband or wife. Okay, Gordon, let's pretend nothing ever happened. Perfect, Grace. Have a good night. Yes, Gordon, you too. Bye. Now everything is even stranger than before. Despite her conversation with Gordon, she still feels uneasy. Maybe there's more photos or videos, because 5 times, huh? And that's despite the fact that Gordon seems like a kind and understanding man. Her hands are shaking, and there are still several floppy disks left to check. So one floppy disk has 2 photos, 1 GIF, and a document. That's basically everything you could fit in a floppy disk. Why can't she remember anything? What is going on? There is little else she can do but keep looking, searching for answers in those pieces of plastic. At least Frederick isn't home. She doesn't want to know what would happen if he saw those photos. We have to burn them and break them and break them again and burn them. He just hopes that the other floppy disks contain worse scenes. Oh, what happened? Oh, a thunder. I thought someone had shot my head or something, shot me in the head. Under the effect of blindness, Grace witnesses something very strange. At that moment, a strange memory comes to Grace. She identifies it not as a memory, but as something else. Like a vision of someone else's life, as if she could see life through another person's eyes for a few moments. She feels in her chest as if she were doing something forbidden, as if she were deceiving someone by simply looking at him. At that moment, Grace feels like an intruder in her own mind. Oh, what is happening? Oh, maybe I'm remembering this from Gordon's eyes, right? I'm replaying my life as a third person. So this was what happened before. But why did you do this? Being watched by that person in a situation like this feels strange and funny at the same time. Maybe it's just funny, maybe she was just bored. I'd be bored as well if I were left alone 1 month by my husband. And I didn't have anything else to entertain myself with, you know? At least my neighbor was home. The memory leaves her somewhat confused, as if she were seeing the memories of a stranger, able to recognize some of their feelings and emotions. Can you see the camera? Maybe using the camera flash will have the same effect as a beam did earlier. Maybe that way she'll be able to remember something else. Maybe the second photo. It's clear that looking at what's on the floppy disks might help her remember something that happened in the last month. She has nothing to lose by trying. What if I blind myself? Grace decides to take the camera and temporarily blind herself with the flash. Whoa! Not again. You see the second photo. Wow. This all happened before the video, right? Or the GIF. So this is a sequence of photos. She needs to check what her best angles are in the photograph. This angle is a good angle. For some reason the flashes make her nervous. I'm recovering my memories because of flashes? She doesn't need to see the photographs to know that it will work perfectly. She knows what works on a man because she has a husband. For years she was ridiculed for having such big things. She was mocked by this? She's the woman of the neighborhood. Are you kidding me? But now she seems to want to know what other men think. Oh, men think that you are great, Grace. That's why it was so easy. The memory leaves her somewhat confused. Now we're only missing one more. Let's do that again. Ah! Ah! Okay, here we go. Now that's the video. Was it everything we did during the first encounter? She's a little lost for some reason. Grace feels like she doesn't quite know what to do. But she has a husband, right? And a son? Maybe she never did this with her husband. It could be, right? It's the first time. Even though she's lost count of the numbers of times she's done this. Okay, so she did this before. Especially her husband's, Frederick's. But in this case, she knows this isn't her husband. What's wrong with you, Grace? What happened? There's so many mysteries in this game. We have to figure out everything. Why did you do this? Why with the neighbor? And why did she forget everything? And why is she getting her memories back with the flashes from the camera? I think the first day we didn't do anything else but this. Guys, this was The Lust Out of Time. If you guys want me to discover the mystery of this game and why Grace did all of this, don't forget to tell me in the comments. Also don't forget to subscribe. Say good. Have a wonderful 2026. Happy New Year and we'll see each other later. Bye.